It's time to clearly reflect. It's time to clearly reflect. It's time to clearly reflect. The Clear Reflect Show. It's time to clearly reflect. It's time to clearly reflect. It's time to clearly reflect. The Clear Reflect Show. Bring in your dirty mirrors. We're gonna get them clean. Digging in a little deeper on the Clear Reflect Show. Working to heal our wounds, securing our peace too. Got plenty work to do on the Clear Reflect Show. It's time to clearly reflect. It's time to clearly reflect. It's time to clearly reflect. The Clear Reflect Show. Bring in your dirty mirrors. We're gonna get them clean. Digging in a little deeper on the Clear Reflect Show. Working to heal our wounds, securing our peace too. Got plenty work to do on the Clear Reflect Show. Gon' get 'em clean. Gon' get 'em clean. Gon' get 'em clean so you can see your pretty face. Gon' get 'em clean. Gon' get 'em clean. Gon' get 'em clean so we can see that pretty face. Get the dirt off. Get the dirt off. Get the dirt off. Mirror cleaning time. Get the dirt off. Get the dirt off. Get the dirt off. Mirror cleaning time. We're gonna shine. We're gonna shine. We're gonna shine. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening if you happen to catch the replay. Welcome to the Clear Reflect Show. Today, we are still in our first season on our third episode. Today's topic is the assessment, isolating what broke you. I want to welcome you. I thank you so much for joining me today. It is not an assumption of mine that you have to take time out of your schedule. So I count it to be a privilege and a pleasure to have you joining me. In case this is your first time tuning in, I am Valencia the Visionary Thompson. I work professionally as a school psychologist, and I am also a creative who writes in various genres. And the Clear Reflect Show is actually premised off of one of my book projects entitled Broken Leader. The Broken Leader has an accompaniment, the Broken Leader Mirror Cleaning Study Guide. And we are here to do a whole lot of healing, y'all. Healing, in case my southern twang allowed that word to get jumbled up. We're here to heal. And I invite you each episode to come and heal with me. And while this is not a requirement to tune into our show, if you find that what we're going to be discussing becomes beneficial to you in your personal development, I invite you to grab your copies of Broken Leader and the Mirror Cleaning Study Guide so that you can dive in a little bit more deeper. Broken Leader and the study guide are available on various platforms such as Amazon, Walmart, etc. However, if you would like books that I can actually touch and sign for you, please do visit my website, brokenleaderbook.com, and grab your copies there. All right. We're going to go ahead and dive right in, okay? So I like to get started with a question. I want to ask, do you enjoy taking tests? Think about it. Do you enjoy taking tests? Hmm. I'm sure there are some people who are going to say yes. They may find it to be challenging. They may welcome assessment. But I'm going to also say that I know there are many who do not, myself included. I don't enjoy taking tests. I know a lot of people who do not enjoy taking tests as well. And that's okay. That is okay. We can totally acknowledge how we feel in any situation or circumstance, honestly. And then once we get through the release of those feelings or whatever emotions we're trying to navigate, then we can have a firm foundation to go in and approach whatever the task is that lies ahead of us. So today, as I spoke just a few moments earlier, today's title and topic is the assessment, isolating what broke you. If you have not been following along with our prior episodes, if you go back to the first episode, it provides a table setting so you can know how this show is going to operate. So each episode in this first season covers steps that are found in the Broken Leader book as well as the Broken Leader Mirror Cleaning Study Guide. And on this third episode, we're actually in step 2, which is again the assessment, isolating what broke you. So now that you've asked yourself that question about whether or not you like to take tests or not, I want you to honor however it is that you feel. And next, we're going to just go ahead and get it out the way. It is important to assess where you are. And the only way you can truly assess where you are in the current moment is to look back. If you've been here before, you're like, here she goes again with that looking back stuff. I'm trying to move along. I'm trying to look towards the present and the future, and she keeps wanting me to look back. Why, yes, I am. Hello, leader. I'm talking to you. We've also had a prior conversation about some of you may say, I'm not a leader, and I've already told you, yes, you are. You are a leader. And if you're called to lead anything, any initiative, any situation, it is very, very important that you are aware of yourself and that you are aware of any pain that you may feel. We've all seen, unfortunately, those who have been called to leadership positions who are clearly unhealed, and it makes for a bad situation. It makes for the wrong things to be occurring in all the places where it should not. So, as leaders who want to heal fully and wholly, we're going to dive into this work. And as your reminder, you are not alone, nor are you ever in this journey, okay? So let's take a peek. So I'm going to give you 2 questions to reflect on. And remember, this is a part of your homework. These 2 come from step 2 in the Broken Leader Mirror Cleaning Study Guide. And they are 2 of 5 that are available when you grab your own copy. The first step is identify what is at the core of your present pain. Go ahead and write that down. I'm going to repeat it again. Identify what is at the core of your present pain. What brought about the chip on your shoulder at its origin? What brought about the chip on your shoulder at its origin? Typically, simple things that bother us or trigger us are not because of the thing at the surface, but they are due to some things that we have left unresolved. I hope you wrote that down. I'm going to say it once more. Identify what is at the core of your present pain. What brought about the chip on your shoulder at its origin? If you haven't heard me say it before, I am a proponent for counseling. If there's some deep work that you've been afraid to navigate alone, I highly, highly recommend that you seek out a licensed professional counselor to journey alongside you so that you can get to the depths of what's ailing you internally. All right. I hope you wrote that down because now we're going to move on to number 2. It's kind of long, but we'll get through it. Now, after you've done the work involved in number 1, take the previous response and identify its true root as far back as you can go into your childhood memories. I'm going to say it again. Don't get mad at me. Don't punch at the monitor or the phone. Now take the previous response and identify its true root as far back as you can go in your childhood memories. Breathe. I know there's a lot there for many of us, and that's okay. The fact that you are alive today is evident that you have more work to do. Despite the pain you may feel, despite those memories that you've been trying to bury, there is still more. And the time is now. If you've taken a lot of time to build up your walls against this endeavor, the time is now to assess, dig deeper, so that you can bring forth your best self for yourself first, right? For yourself, foremost and primarily. And then after you've done that, you will be able to lead like you've never before. The next portion, still on number 2, is this. Remember, God is here, and God will remain with you to hold your hand at every step in this process. Now, reflect and write. Wow. You can do this. You are not alone. I thank you so much for your time today. I thank you so much for taking me up on this challenge to take this test. I know that it can be uncomfortable. It is not fun. But like all pruning, once the process is over, you will bear fruit, brand new fruit that we've never seen before. And as you know, as a woman who wants you to have a wealth of positive resources, I'm going to remind you to please join my sorority sister Keontae Lomax for the Everyday Ease show. It airs Fridays at 8 a.m. And this is where you can get your weekly tips for peace and productivity. Her show being at 8 a.m. was an hour before this one, so you can go back and catch the replay. It plays on LinkedIn and YouTube. And before I go, I want to say, if this time was beneficial with you and something that is adding to your personal development, I invite you to continue alongside me on this journey. If you want to connect with me as it pertains to this work, feel free to DM me on whatever platform you're watching this on. If you want to heal with me, please visit brokenleaderbook.com. And I hope to see you next time. You have a wonderful day. God bless you. It's time to clearly reflect. It's time to clearly reflect. It's time to clearly reflect. The Clear Reflect Show. It's time to clearly reflect. It's time to clearly reflect. It's time to clearly reflect. The Clear Reflect Show. Bring it.